Hey there, invisible students. My name is Dr. Sester, and I will be your friendly statistics instructor for our online course in this summer session. So, obviously, I'm Dr. Sester. Hello. Behind me is a little whiteboard that I'll use to, maybe make some individual points, maybe put some things up there. Here we see just a welcome message, and then some of the actual formulas and ideas we're going to use over the course of the semester. By the way, there's about a 90% chance that at some point during one of these videos I'm going to knock this board down by accident. It's my promise to you as a student that if that happens, I will not re-record the video and will let you see it and have a good laugh. So that's something that can maybe break up some of the tougher points over the course of the semester. There could be some entertainment coming for you when I embarrass myself hitting this thing. Anyway, what we're going to be talking about in this, what is probably the first video you'll be viewing, is the syllabus, and then we'll move on to talking about the Blackboard course, or the Blackboard page for the course. So, as we can see here, this is all going in Module 0, which is our introductory module. You must have found it if you got to this video, but in the next video we also talk a little bit about what's contained in there. So, let's talk a little bit about that Module 0 in general. First, the Module 0 contains several videos and some other documentation and links. They will introduce you to the syllabus. That's what we're doing here. This is not comprehensive. The syllabus is going to cover more than what we talk about here, but I don't think you want me to scan through the whole thing and just kind of drone my way through it. So I'll give you some of the big ideas, and then you'll be able to look up the document on your own. The course Blackboard page, as I've mentioned, there's a subsequent video that's going to walk through the Blackboard page, including Module 0 and some of the other stuff. Blackboard page is where most of the magic happens. It's where most of what you'll be doing will take place. And so we will walk through that and you'll get a feel for how to navigate it. There also is a movie talking about our Cengage system, where you probably will be viewing your electronic textbook. If you bought it from the bookstore or the way the bookstore presents it, you probably have an ebook. So we'll talk about how you can review that. Additionally, our Applia system that we're going to be using to deliver some homework assignments you're going to be completing over the course of the semester, just to get you some extra repetitions on the material. There's also a video that talks about taking quizzes and exams. Again, it's all online. You're going to be doing it online, but we'll talk about how to do that in that video. And then a introductory video to kind of how some of the material is structured. I have what's called points of emphasis for future service and overall tips for success in the class. We have a video on that as well. And then one kind of transitional video where we talk about the big ideas that you are going to see come up again and again over the course of this class. There's lots of other material in there, as I've mentioned. Also carefully review it as well. That is your main kind of help area, where it gives you the structure of the course, but also things like how to set up the browser you're going to need to take the tests, etc. So tech assistance, I'm not a tech support person. I won't be able to answer your questions on why things aren't working, but we have, again, resources for that there, how to navigate the class, and just some general online etiquette stuff as well. So the syllabus is contained on the Blackboard page. It's under syllabus. I'm going to make you look that up to see a lot of the things that will describe the course in its general schedule. So the rule number 1 of the syllabus, or highlight number 1, is read the syllabus. I know it's not the most fun, but just scanning through it will give you a good sense of how we're going to approach things, what the big ideas are, and that sort of thing. And of course, watch all these videos as well. We have a textbook. It is Essentials of Statistics for the Behavioral Sciences. It is the 8th edition. There is a 9th edition, but generally with editions, they charge you a lot more for something that hasn't been improved too much in the case of something like stats. So I try to stay an edition or two back to make it a little bit cheaper. You might be able to find, copies of it less expensively. If you can get access to the homework independently, you might be able to get a used version of it for not too much money, but make sure you have both. You do need that access code that will give you access to our course homework. Over the course of the semester, I'm also going to have office hours. First, you can contact me at nearly any time via email. I always respond to emails unless perhaps it's a weekend within 24 hours. There also is a discussion forum that I'm going to show you in the Blackboard video that you'll be able to use to ask me questions or to ask your fellow students as well. Also, I have open office hours set up via Skype. You can download the app or put it on your laptop or personal computer. Those office hours are from 11 to 1 every single weekday. And then Tuesday and Wednesday I have an extra hour in the afternoons as well. So if you ring me up during those hours, I should be here unless it's an emergency at my desk with my webcam working, and we can have something like a face-to-face chat to talk about this stuff. I would not recommend trying to contact me outside of those hours. You can try if it's like an emergency, but I might not be in my office. I probably won't have the webcam even set up. I usually don't like to have it up when I'm not using it, so I usually put it away. In that case, you might want to email me. But here's my Skype contact down here. ms011f@hotmail.com is my contact name. In terms of my email address, I'm going to make you look at the syllabus to look that up. Or there's like 10 other ways to do it, but you can go get that. So the syllabus also discusses, of course, how we're going to grade things in the course. Grading breaks down into a handful of different categories. First, there are going to be regular homework assignments. They are worth a total of 100 points. Basically, your overall average just gets translated into a number out of 100, and that's how many points you get. That is administered by the Applia system. We are transitioning off of that Applia system, but it should be still available for our summer session. I will make announcements, make a separate video if something doesn't work with that, but it should work through the Applia system, and that using Cengage in Applia video will help talk you through how to do that. Again, if we're not able to use Applia, I'll make that video something different, and you'll see the instructions there. But you're going to get those homework assignments that are worth a total of 100 points. Over the course of the semester, there are also 5 quizzes that are given at different intervals in the course. The first one is, I believe, after Module 4. Those are worth 10 points apiece. Those are also take-home quizzes, and gives you a little bit of extra time to complete that material kind of on your own pace and with the ability to look up your notes. I do recommend that you take them initially like you would an exam. That you, again, set aside all your notes and everything and try to go through it once, and then after you've gone through it once, go through, look things up that you need to look up, make any corrections that you need to make. But the first time through, the idea is to simulate an exam. Try to use it in that way. It'll help you prepare for those exams. Those quizzes can be taken at any point by the end of the semester, really the session, but don't go too far with that. If you push those quizzes back and those exams back, and suddenly you have a week and a half left and you haven't actually taken any of the graded stuff, you're going to be in a bad place, and it's going to be very, very difficult for you to pass the class. Don't do that. I'm not going to force you to do that, but don't do that. The bulk, or about half the points in the course, are attached to 3 regular exams, unit exams, that are given over the course of the session. There are 3 of those unit exams. They are available right now. You can take them at any point. Again, you have to take them by the end of the semester. That means the end of day, Thursday, August 8th, I think it is, at this session. But again, don't push those back until the end of the semester. Then there's a cumulative final that is worth 1.5 times as much as each of those exams. It's 150 instead of 100. You also get a little longer to take it. It covers all the material in the entire course. That is only given on our final exam date, which is the very last day of the session. You can take it at any point that day, but you cannot take it at any other date. It has to be taken then. We don't really honestly have a lot of leeway about how we administer final exams. So these tests and this final are just like taking a test or a final in an in-person classroom. We're going to be using your webcam and our lockdown browser to make sure you can't look things up and that your testing area is clean. You're going to be doing checks on that, and we'll talk about how to do that in that video. Overall, there's a total of 600 points in the course. Now, sometimes people ask, are there any extra credit points in the class? Well, there are a couple of extra credit assignments pretty early on, one of which we'll talk about in a minute. You also can get extra credit through participation in research studies. The syllabus will explain how to do that, but the one thing I'll say is it's the summertime. There are not that many research studies available, unfortunately. I can't make people go produce those studies. So you can probably find a way to get a few points using that research participation, but not necessarily a whole heck of a lot. So see the syllabus for more details on that, and the big ideas video that's at the end of this module. So that's a brief recap of some of the key points of the syllabus, things like the textbook, office hours, grading, etc. Now we're going to finish this video, and you can move on to our Blackboard video and talk about navigating the course's website. I will see you there.